Baller with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Chicago Bears taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Nick Foles and the Bear offense about to be on display for the first time. Foles, the veteran, drafted in the third round back in 2012 out of Arizona.
The word contribution gets thrown out all the time around the league, and the Chicago Bears decided that their young quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, he needed some competition himself. They thought he would have entrenched himself as a starter by now, but because he hasn't, they brought in Nick Foles to give him that competition. Foles has a relationship with members of the coaching staff, won a Super Bowl as a starter with Philadelphia. They know what he's capable of. This competition is going to be fun.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down by...
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Foles. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the...
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Foles. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I think it's overstating it to say that he came out of nowhere. But did anyone see 19.5 sacks coming from Shaq Barrett last year? And even after he became an acknowledged guy that you had to block, he still was able to get to the quarterback. Expects to continue on that level, and there he is, adding to his totals.
Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack.
I got you, boy. 45.
Now Foles. Looking for Gann, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, they can't stop it. Offense. Oh.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The completion there by Brady with his new team, Tampa Bay. And who does he face on the other sideline in this one? Also on a different team. None other than his old Super Bowl nemesis, Nick Foles, now with Chicago. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4-yard pickup.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
He was brought down by Buster.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Brady. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Brady. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Akeem Hicks. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 6.
Brady's pass.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 20.
Another look now at the Chicago Bears offense. This Bears team losers for the first time of the year in Week 4. Fell to the Colts at home 19-11. Nick Foles first started a Bear uniform. Remember, he helped engineer the big comeback last week in Atlanta, but he couldn't replicate the magic against the Colts. He did throw for 249, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but Charles, the Bears, they just could not move the ball on the ground.
Yeah, just 28 yards rushing against that tough front of the Colts. And remember, Tariq Cohen, their number 2 runner, not available, out with a knee injury. So they were stuck on 3 points until the final 90 seconds or so of the game. Can they go back to Trubisky? I don't think so. I think with this type of a move, you stay with Nick Foles. The other problem with him is he's 5-12 as a starter for teams other than when he's with the Eagles. And how about this turnaround, partner? And how about this game? Thursday night against the Buccaneers and Tom Brady. That is going to be so much fun. And don't you think Tom Brady has this game circled now that Nick Foles is the starting quarterback? Because Foles cost him another Super Bowl ring when he's with the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, he's got this one circled. He's ready for some revenge.
First and 10 at the
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Foles on the give to Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there.
David Montgomery.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brought down right at.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career, and he didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The ball going back to the 3-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got a come-from-behind win that you witnessed, Charles, 38-31 Week 4 against the Chargers. And so many NFL games center around the quarterback matchup, and this was certainly a compelling one. You had 43-year-old Tom Brady, the 22-year-old rookie Justin Herbert. Herbert got the better of him early, but then Tom Brady had the big comeback.
A patented, vintage Tom Brady comeback. This time, though, in pewter, not the New England Patriots uniform. So we recognized it, but let's face it, we all blink a few times. Tom Brady in a Tampa Bay uniform. But what he did, we've seen that so many times before. 5 touchdown passes total, all the different receivers. How about this for Tom Brady? His 222nd regular season victory and his 287th regular season start. That's the most all time. So all I can tell you is this. He trusts these guys already, and these guys are making plays for him. Did you know Scotty Miller before this game? How about Cameron Brate getting his first catch of the year, and it ended up being a touchdown catch? Mike Evans, of course, caught one. Keyshawn Vaughn, the rookie, caught one. This guy knows how to spread the ball around and make everyone feel happy. Quick turnaround, though. Chicago on Thursday, Nick Foles visiting, then home for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers in Week 6.
You mentioned Cameron Brate. They may need him some more, and Gronk, because O.J. Howard ruptured his Achilles. He's done for the year. Brady now on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard.
The Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Tampa Bay.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point try now for Succop. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Bradley.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now. It's Patterson, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Foles pass, thrown away and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll set up to throw from the gun. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
There's the anchor of this line, Big Vita Vea on the tackle, former 1st-round pick in his 3rd season now out at the University of Washington.
A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Brady going deep this time for Miller.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Brady going to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Going up top for Miller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Patterson on the draw play. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A rare pick six thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick sixes in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Brady and the Buccaneers here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the gun, Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
Brady's pass.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was second among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bears 7.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Ball carrier.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
On the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long. People think he can't be that fast, but he is, and combines it with terrific hands and makes big catches.
Brady on target there to Godwin. That catch good for only a couple.
To Chris Godwin. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete.
Brady's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's complete right around the 8. And he is out of bounds here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Suck up for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That drive a long way, spanning 15 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette.
Bradley.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
no gain.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Foles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Alan Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And a short gain down to about the 33. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. It's caught outright by Graham. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading them out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady, and he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And there's a nice catch there by Rob Gronkowski. And we all know the story. Came out of retirement, got himself traded to Tampa Bay from New England in order to reconnect with his favorite quarterback. And no one has caught more Tom Brady touchdowns than Gronk, and he expects to add to that total in Tampa Bay.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Brady to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Brady gives this one off to Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Suckup. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he powers his way up past the 30.
David Montgomery.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Foles. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. More there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That's down. 1st and 10 at the
first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
28. Bears 10.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well, because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
And it's been a big highlight day for him. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Brady. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Touchdown!
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And Euro now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Pickens on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half from, who else? Tom Brady. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Because on the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Foles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
In on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Brady. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 20.
And another example right there, Charles. McCoy is good getting the ball handed to him. He's also dangerous in the passing game.
You put him in space, and you've got trouble as a defense, and they organize that one very well because, you know, the screen game, when they're deceptive that way and they create that space for him, look out, and he turned into a heck of a play.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Brady going to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Brady. Throw left side, complete. That's McCoy. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
It sets up the 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Nick Foles, ready for the next drive, leads out the Bears. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the
that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds his tight end, Graham. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Foles. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Ronald Jones,
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. Brady to Gronk, a familiar ring to that one, and it's a Buccaneers first down.
A gain of 5.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
And the Buccaneers.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady to his old Patriot pal, Rob Gronkowski. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Succop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And incomplete. CD, I want to sneak in a little NFC East talk here. I don't know what to make of this division. Through 4 weeks, they are a combined 3-12-1. The Eagles would actually be the division champs right now at 1-2-1. Washington and Dallas 1-3. The Giants certainly not out of it, even though, CD, they're 0-4 right now.
Yeah, this is unbelievable when you think about it. And if we were talking soccer, we'd be talking relegation, wouldn't we? Right? Would this division even exist next year? But there is potential there. The Eagles came alive with a big win on Sunday Night Football, beating San Francisco in San Francisco. Washington, they're trying to hang in there. Dwayne Haskins has to play better. Dallas should be the team. They've got to fix their defense. And the Giants, they may be 0-4. They're going to fight hard, but I don't think they're contenders in this division.
Foles. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Ginn's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep in the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw again. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's good.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down now. It's Patterson, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 26. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Roy Robertson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Brady. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brady's pass.
This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, that was dangerous. Foles threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's now second.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Foles. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Foles pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Graham, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 8 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
Is reversed.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Ndamukong Suh, his 2nd sack of the night.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long when they had been in 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
In your face.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. 4th down by 3. What do I want to do here?
You want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
35-35.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Quick move by Miller. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chicago offense set to get started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Patterson on the carry. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, 58 yards. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. It only took them 2 plays there to find the end zone.
10 at their own 24.
The touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the...
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Brady now to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Foles toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Ball's pass intended for Anthony Miller. Incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Had to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Foles on the give to Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Pinheiro is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A give. This is Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard.
So out come the Bucs now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
At their own 22.
He'll set up to throw.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Up 2nd and 2.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's Kahn. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Touchdown, Bears. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Makes a heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 23. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Akeem Hicks, his second sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, Brady throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski unable to hang on, and now it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson.
The ball carried by the running back. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Foles. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on second down. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Shotgun now for Brady. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Bears now ready to take over again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This Tampa Bay front was the toughest group to run the football against last year, and you can see why with plays like that. This is a good unit that got into the backfield and stopped that play before it could get started.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now he'll tuck it and run. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles.